Hello, everyone. I'm going to be in John 5, verse 1 through 9 in the King James Version of the Bible. We're still in the coronavirus, and I just felt pressed to tell you this morning. And it said in there, and after this, there was a feast of the Jews, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having 5 porches. And in these lay a great multitude of impotent folk, a blind, halt, withered, waiting for the moving of the water. It's a very familiar story that we heard many, many times. For an angel went down at a certain season in the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first after the troubling of the water stepped in was made whole of whatever disease he had. And a certain man was there which had an infirmity 38 years. What if that man that morning, what if he said, I've been going for 38 years and I believe I'll just take a break today. That's the very day Jesus was coming down to heal him. And Jesus saw him lie and knew that he had been now in a long time in that case. And he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me in the pool, and while I am coming, another steppeth down before me. Jesus said unto him, Rise, take up thy bed, and walk. And immediately the man was made whole. He took up his bed and walked, and the same day was the Sabbath. Well, there's a problem there because they don't mind you getting your ox out of a ditch on the Sabbath, but they have trouble with Jesus healing on the Sabbath. There, these people were stuck, impotent folk. They couldn't go on their own, and there was commerce. History says all around that place, the 5 porches, and it's bad when you can't go anywhere. But when you know that there's people around you going, it's hard to take. I thought about a woman. I heard a story about a woman at a light, and an old woman, and her car would not start. It went dead. She was trying to start it, but a man behind her was blowing his horn. I can't do a horn, but beep, 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 just get on her nerves. She got out of the car. She went back there to where he was. She said, Mister, I'm trying to get my car started, and if you'll go up there and try for me, I'll sit back here in your car and keep your horn going for you. So I thought she had a pretty good answer. There was 5 porches for different kind of categories of people. Here these people are, they can't function. They're not really living, but they're not in the cemetery. They're just kind of betwixt in between. And they don't give up more to settle for just surviving. And I'm pretty sure that some of those folks ever gave up the idea of having more, and they said, I'll just try to survive. And they probably was glad. They probably wake up in the morning, they can't do no better than they did yesterday, but they said, well, at least I'm not dead. At least I didn't die today. And it's hard to run with arrogant people and not be affected. I prefer staying around humble people. Arrogant people make me nervous. But I believe if somebody can get a hold of what this is telling us this morning, you'll be like the man at the pool. You can take flight. Clear the runway. We're about to have liftoff. Jesus asked him, it seemed like to me was a kind of an awkward question. He said, wilt thou be made whole? I mean, the man's been there 38 years. It seemed like he would, but, do you want to be made whole? Or have you got comfortable with the bed that you're on? If Jesus said, would thou be made whole? Like I gave an example one time about a blind man, Jesus always said, what would you have me to do? And he said, that I might have my sight. He didn't say, well, if I just had a seeing eye dog, or if I could just learn how to read Braille. This man didn't say, well, you know, if I just had air conditioning, it gets kind of hot in here on this thing. If I had a new pallet, you know, new carpet would be real nice. Don't settle for less. Have you given up on more? Would thou be made whole, or have you got used to your bed? Do you just want just another blanket? Just kind of make your porch cushy? If you justify your condition, you give it a license. Whenever he went those other 37 or 8 years, and someone beat him down to the pool when the water was troubled, the thing to do with that is you got 364 days to prepare. You need to be down at the pool. You look at your calendar and say, well, it's time for the moving of the water, and I want to go down there about a week early and get me a good spot. And don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till you see the angel coming down there to trouble the water. Said, oh, here comes the angel, and you way in the background, and you're going to try to get up there. And I admire the man. He kept coming 38 years. And like I said, what if he hadn't come that day? He came 38 years. Yeah, and what if that was the one that he didn't come? When you want something bad, you just can't take no for an answer. You have to sort of say, get out of my way. Let me through. Excuse me, I've got somewhere I got to go. I got destiny that's waiting on me to be healed. Survival is not enough. We don't just need to make a bed for our condition. We need to beg God to help us, that we could do better than what we're doing. Seems like there's something else I would like to tell you about it, but right now it escapes me. I'm sure the man felt like, there's no sense going down there this year, you know. But I think when he got down there, he probably stretched trying to get to where he could be to get his healing. You have to stretch out. You have to stretch. You can't just let everything come to you. He said, come unto me. So I hope there was a lesson in there for you. And I sure brought it to you with great hopes. So I'm praying that the Lord will let me read something, say something, do something that will help somebody. And if you'll pray on your side over there, that he will direct us. Maybe the Lord will help us to get you just what you need. So love you, praying for you. And if you need me, please let me know. Until next time.